For example number 3, Homestead High School Marching Band is going to a competition. They have 193 people attending the competition, and that includes the 8 drivers. So we do not need to add 8 to the 193. So there's 193 people attending. Okay, so that does include the 8 drivers. We do not need to factor that back in. They will be taking a combination of vans and buses. So in the first example that we did, we talked about cars and vans. So this time we're taking vans and buses. Each van will seat 8. So here's some key information. Each van will seat 8 people, including the driver, and each bus will fit 51, including the driver. So the question is, how many vans and buses will they need to take to transport all the students and drivers if there are no empty seats? So again, the question will often indicate what your variables should be. Okay, so I'm going to say V equals the number of vans and B equals the number of buses. Okay, so a couple things. We know that there's going to be 8 drivers, so only 8 people are driving. So the number of vans plus buses has to equal 8. We could take 7 vans and 1 bus, so that would be a total of 8. We could take 3 vans and 5 buses, that would be a total of 8. So rather than doing guess and check, we're going to write another equation in order to solve this system of equations. And the second equation is going to be based on what I have highlighted yellow. Each van will seat 8, so 8V plus, and each bus will fit 51, 51B, and there are 193 people attending. Now again, you can determine if you want to do substitution or elimination. I am going to do elimination. So I'm going to multiply everything by 8. I'm going to make my vans match. So rather than make my buses match and multiply everything by 51, I'm going to get really big numbers. I'm going to multiply by 8. Okay? So we're going to multiply the left side by 8 and the right side. So we will get 8V plus 8B equals 64. Rewrite the second equation. Don't worry about the negatives. It will all work out. And actually, I'm going to go grab my calculator real quick. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. So, sorry, I had to grab it. I'm going to subtract. So 8 minus 8 is 0. And then 8 minus 51, don't worry about the negative. It will cancel itself out. So negative 43b equals 64 minus 193 equals negative 129. So again, don't worry about the negatives, because now when I divide both sides by negative 43, a negative divided by negative is going to be positive. So negative 129 divided by, now I have to type in 43 and then make it negative. Negative 43. 3 buses. Okay. So if I take 3 buses, we know vans plus buses has to equal 8. So 3 buses, that means I'm going to take 5 vans. So vans equals 5, buses equals, oh, I keep doing that. I'm sorry. I keep looking at my number when I go to do that. Buses equals 3. So that's a total of 8 drivers. Now, we could double check this. So we know that 5 plus 3 equals 8. So that works for the first equation. And now I can check it here. 8 times 5, because there's 5 vans, and 51 times 3, I hope that equals 193. So let's check that real quick. So this is 40 plus 51 times 3 is 153. Oh yeah, that does equal that. So 193 equals 193. So I know that I solved this correctly.